Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Paul, and today I want to focus on propane campfires. Normally when I go out, I like the traditional campfire and I utilize that as much as I can. For one, because cost saving, is just cheaper to use the wood that's already there and just to burn that to generate heat. We find ourselves using propane campfire a lot of the times now, especially if we're camping during the summer months. And my buddy actually has one that he brings with him. But if I decide to go out by myself, I don't have one. And so I decided to pick one up just so I have one on standby in case I get to my camping spot and there is a fire ban in place. But this is the one I went with. This is the Firecan by Ignik. And I've looked at a few of the other ones. They are all great, but because of how my setup is currently right now, I have the Forerunner that I take out with me. I don't have a lot of space, so I try to avoid anything that's large or any setup that's more rounded. And I like the square setup because it's just that much smaller for me when I'm taking it out. I could throw this into my cargo box and it fits in there perfectly. All the cable is actually housed inside of here, which is a plus. The reason why I picked this one over all of the other ones is, one, it has the ability to just keep everything contained within here. So the cable is actually in here, and to open this up, this thing just pops open. The cable is actually in here, which I like. And we have the option of filling it up with these little lava rocks, kind of looking. This one is black, but I tried the other ones, the standard lava rock, and they work out great as well. But I think this one's better because it's more natural in terms of when you light it up. And I can show you what I mean by that. But this unit outputs over 50,000 BTU. It's got supporting legs down here, which is awesome. So I can elevate this up when I'm out. So here's my tape measure. It is about 12 inches by 6 inches, and just the box itself about 7 inches. With the lid, it's probably 7.5. And with these legs down here, it stretches it out to about 15.5 inches. And this way we're looking at 7.5 inches. It's just a really compact setup for the amount of flame that it's putting out. And I will demonstrate that in a bit here in case you are wondering. What's cool about this new one is this cover here, this color. It looks more just standard aluminum with the black. I think the accent color goes really well. And why I like this one over the other one is mainly its output and also the connection for the gases on the side here. They do make the black version, which outputs a little bit less in terms of BTU, but this connection is on the side here, and I just didn't want that protruding out when I'm putting it into my cargo case. So I like the idea of the hose connection being on this side right here. I think that is way better. Let me go ahead and connect this and demonstrate to you and show you how easy it is to get this going. So this is the cable that it came with. This is probably the only thing I'm gonna knock on this cable, which is that it's a bit short. So this propane tank can't be that far from the unit itself. If it was longer, that'd be great. I don't know if they sell a longer option. Something like a 10-footer would be nice, so I can keep the propane tank far away from the actual campfire here. But let me just show you how it works. This is actually a nice little fitting. It's a kind of like clip-on fitting. Resembles kind of like the air compressor fitting in automotive, but you have this push-on setup here where you could just push it in like this. All right, so I went ahead and connected the hose. I have it connected to my 20-pound propane gas tank here, and then I have it turned on. It's got a 5 PSI regulator on here just for safety. I have it plugged into the actual unit itself down here. And then to turn this guy on, it's a bit of an effort because there's a safety mechanism built in. You have to push this lever and turn it to give it some gas. And I don't know if you can hear that. But when you light it, you have to make sure you hold this down for a second or two before letting go, just to ensure that the flame is burning and it is turned on before you release to avoid propane to start leaking out. And lighting this thing up is pretty easy. Just got to make sure you turn this on and you can actually hear the gas come on, and then you light it up. I normally try to get this lit up first, like that. There it is. Now make sure to hold this for a second or two, and then you can let this go slowly. I do have the side door here open in my garage just to make sure there's some ventilation. But you can see the flames going right now. You could turn this down if needed. And in the market, this is probably one of the ones that's the most quietest. And I could turn this up to about right here. And it's still okay in terms of conversation with others. But once you go beyond this, it gets really loud. And let me just show you. So I don't know if you can hear that, but that is pretty loud on max heat right now. That is very loud. So for my purpose, I like it down to about here. And there's a little, you can tell that's built into this knob. Once you go all the way down, this is the lowest you can go until you push the knob and then turn it a little bit down lower. So to do that, I like holding this right here, pushing it down, and then turning it beyond that lock point. And then now I can go all the way down. So the added benefits about the rocks that I'm using here is that, and I'll show you a close-up, they actually light up and they glow, just as if it was real wood and it's burning in here. That's why I like it. Just makes it feel more natural. But yeah, this is gonna be my setup for the coming year, and I plan to do more trips. If we have a fire ban, I plan to use this unit out there, and it just seems like it's built sturdy and tough. And my assumption is that it's gonna last a long time. There it is turned off, and you can see that they are still glowing red in here. Very cool, very nice and very neat, practical and quiet. But most of all, I like it for its compactness. All right, guys, there you go. This is my new Firecan by Ignik, and I plan to use this for the next trips that I do have when there's a fire ban in place, or if I don't have any wood available. I plan to bring a propane tank, bring this unit with me so that I'll have some fire when I'm camping. All right, guys, thank you for stopping by, and thank you for watching this review of this new campfire setup that I'm going to be taking with me. Thank you for stopping by and watching till the end, and I'll see you in the next video.